Okay, and finally we have one of the most interesting additions of new characters, the Three Wives. Now they function as basically a set team. You've got two assists that both act in different ways, but they're purely assists. You can't actually swap into them. So they kind of act halfly between assists and halfly between demon skills. And honestly, almost every special this trio has is insanely strong in some way. And regardless of how strong those specials are, it's kind of overshadowed by the fact that all of their combos can look like this. $3,000 off of anything and costs you basically nothing. So, interesting ninja team. You got bombs, you got slash throughs, but all you're really going to be doing is redash combos. Anyways, let's talk about their moveset. So, regular attack string is also pretty interesting. So you throw a bunch of kunai at the end, and when you throw the kunai, you can actually cancel into aerial specials. So I can cancel into an aerial tilt skill while throwing the kunais, and that kind of leaves the opponent in this bounce state that I can get a dash in from, like this. And then begin my shenanigans this way. Or I can wait till I land on the ground after throwing the kunais, and there's that much hit stun that I can just wait. As you can see, the grounded version of the dash does the crumple hit, so you actually have kind of a modular way of using this end of the target combo. You can wait till the end, and then, I don't know, get whatever kind of grounded situation you want, but I like that you have the choice between there. That's very interesting. Now for the regular combo sequences, up combo, aerial combo, down combo. And that aerial combo is going to be the bread and butter. You'll see. Now, for throws, not stupendous range, honestly, kind of pretty average range. And slightly above average damage, perhaps. For the strong attack, it's good to note that there is a charge attached to it. Not all characters run the opponent when they do it, and I think it's very strong when they do. So that's really good that she has that. And for the dive attack, pretty standard. It's good to have that extra hit for a little bit of extra range, but it does start a red combo. Yeah, having that crumple is cool. I love ending combos and throws. Right, that's all the regulars. Now let's talk about the specials. Honestly, all the specials are pretty cool, like I've mentioned already. So neutral special is the scatter bomb, where you throw a bunch of bombs. It does different damage depending on how far away you are from the opponent. Like there, only one of the bombs hits, but if you're closer, you can get like 4 hits and does 1,000 damage. And this recovers so damn fast. You can just throw it out and just instantly start dashing afterwards and get a free combo from like even the furthest distance, I think, that it actually hits from. Yeah, so you can just always be doing that, which I think is kind of insanely strong, is it not? So if the opponent's guarding, this also is just like an easy way to get in. Actually, no, it's not. That's right. So if you're doing the throw, it only becomes cancelable, even if it's a free cancel, once it hits the opponent. So I can start to throw the bombs, but as you can see, I can't even sidestep cancel. So if the opponent is doing stuff like this, I want to be a little bit careful about throwing the bombs, because I will have to stand through this whole recovery. I might get hit by an assist or something. That's right. I forgot about that. But that aside, being able to just throw these from any of these distances, even from the air, and there's just instant free combos most of the time, is just so strong. Like, you don't need to spend any meter apart from throwing the bombs themselves, and you get like 35% anytime you get to hit them with a projectile. It seems pretty strong for a Slayer team. Now, I think that's all we need to talk about with the bombs. Tilt special is also interesting. So it's kind of a charge, a bit like Zenitsu's, except it does lead to a crumple state, which I think one of the variants of Zenitsu can do, only if she crosses through the opponent. And in this crumple state, you're not locked into doing buttons, so as you saw before, you can go into a throw or a strong attack or anything you like, which is just a cool way of ending combos. And the aerial version, it does lead to a bounce, which also freely can be dash cancelled, so you freely get aerial dash shenanigans after it, which is perhaps a way that you can get extra damage in your combos by adding this a few times for like a little bit of extra like spending meter to get a bit more damage, but honestly, I haven't noticed to give much more damage than just doing the meterless versions, so I think you may as well save your meter for spamming things in neutrals. Because another interesting property of this move is that it can actually be cancelled while she's dashing, which I think is pretty cool, because it's kind of like an instant strike type thing, where it just instantly hits the opponent. So you wouldn't think you could cancel the activity of it, but before she hits the opponent, you can just cancel at any point. And like that throw there, that's pretty sneaky. That's pretty sneaky if you ask me. I don't know how it works against blocking opponents. I imagine it's pretty unsafe. Let's see what you can cancel it into. Oh, whoa. So even on guard, I can just go, oh, never mind, I don't want to get punished. Let me get out of the way and then go for a throw or something. That is pretty insanely strong. Does that mean I can go into other specials too? Not as fast. I think it's probably better to like, yeah, dash cancel it, because it seemed like there was a decent bit of a gap. Yeah, that's pretty tight. But if I did the bombs, I think the opponent could maybe hit me out of that. So yeah, knowing that you can like throw this out and just go into something else afterwards, that seems pretty damn strong. And like, just adds to their mobility. Definitely ninja vibes. Slashing through the opponent, getting an easy mirrorless combo, or being able to just cancel it at any point and keep it safe and like fake them out. That's pretty cool. Yeah, same thing with the bombs, just such easy to use, powerful moves. The guard special is a little bit more standards. It's just your invincible move. You know, use it on defense, you get a bit of damage, but there's nothing particularly fancy about it. Now, for the extra skills, or the wife skills, the demon skills, we have neutral skill is this flip kick, and tilt skill is this multi-bomb drop. Of course, very obvious how both of these are going to be useful. Let's start with the bomb drop because it's a bit more regular. Like if I just am walking around and I go for my tilt skill, because it's also a tilt demon skill or a tilt assist, I can just be holding tilt and do both of these things, and it'll just keep this safe. And all the fireworks are definitely going to cover you going for some kind of mix-up into a throw there. So that's very strong. And of course, if it hits the opponent, then you're just going to get a full combo in the same way you would have before. Once again, it's not going to cost you much. And it's going to be a completely safe approach, which is pretty crazy to think about. Now, the tilt assist... Oh wait, no. The neutral assist, it has something surprisingly strong about it. You know, she kind of teleports behind and gets you for the flip kick, kind of like a Nezuko kick. But, so not only does this hit like full screen, it starts a blue or green combo. A super long combo, which is insane, especially knowing that we have just infinite combo loops we can do for free. I can have like 0 gauge, have spent everything. I can do like something dumb in neutral to pretend that like, oh no, I whiffed some things, that's so sad. And then they get hit by that, and I'm getting, whoops. Hopefully I would have gone into the air, but yeah, pretend I have no meter. I'm doing something, they get hit by this, I dash in. I get this full, like minute long of reps. Almost to 4,000 damage. I'm sure you can optimize this in some way. But yeah, 4,000 damage for free from them just getting hit by a random assist. And once again, like it's really easy to like find ways to make it to just have them get hit by this. Like I can be like, oh whoops, I accidentally whiffed some buttons on the screen. Whoops. Oh, dash in, get this full combo. And don't mess it up, hopefully. But yeah, that seems super, super strong. Or you can even like whiff some bombs. They're like, oh, that doesn't reach from this distance, you fool. And then they think they dodge the bombs, but then boom. You're in a full blue combo. And let's just talk about the ultimate over here. Very easy to combo into. Just basically do any of your specials, particularly the tilt one. It works in the air or the ground and just leaves the opponent in the perfect bounce to get an ultimate. So it's super easy to combo into that as well. And I think you're going to be using ultimates a lot in this team because you don't really need to use boost to get your meter back, since you're not really spending much meter on your combos, only really like in neutral to keep yourself safe with this type of stuff. And you don't really need to surge because like if you surge, it really doesn't give you that much advantage. Like let's look at what kind of combos we could do if we surge. Like it's... Like I'm spending as much meter as I can, but it's not really adding to that much damage, and I may as well have just done that meterless thing without wasting all my gauge on that. So yeah, I think you're going to be doing a lot of ultimates, so it's cool that you can come into your ultimates. But yeah, that's a team of wives, a team I was not really interested in at all, but after labbing a little bit, they seem pretty damn fun. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. This has been Mr. Alberonen, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.